And today we're just doing a little bit of measuring. I tell you, it's very key to measure things before you go out and start buying things to put things together. Now you're probably wondering what project I'm working on here. Well, if you notice, the television sits on the floor. This space is a little awkward to actually hang the television because the wall's on the corner, so it's a deep space. They don't make long enough extensions that's going to stick out about 4 feet so your TV hangs safely against the wall mount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a temporary wall or a brace that extends about right here so I can make the mount and the TV's flush and it doesn't have to extend that, you know. So what I got to do is figure out what kind of measurements is going to be sufficient to hold the TV, what kind of boards I'm going to need to make sure it's sturdy, and how I'm going to actually anchor it to the wall. See, a lot of people just want to hang things up and they wonder why their wall is kind of dipping or the holes kind of extending down, because gravity works in mysterious ways. But if you learn to handle and tackle it with the right equipment, with the right pieces, and with the right depth and height of wood or whatever, sheet metal, sheet rock, you can even use plastic, fiberglass, you can use dirt compacted, you can use rock, you can use a lot of things, but of course, you got to look at the weight distribution, as they say, and how much weight you're going to add to that, because, again, gravity. So, what I'm going to do is measure this out right here, all right? And what you're doing is measuring the space. You aren't measuring for the pieces you want. You're just measuring the space. So we got 34 inches, which is like 2 feet and some change, okay? 2 feet, 9 inches. So 34 inches all together. Make sure you got a notebook. And know you're talking about width and height, okay? So go ahead and put width, 34 inches, or 2 feet, 9 inches. Y'all got that? Width. 34 inches. I like to work in inches. All right. And then you're going to look at the height. And we're just going to take this space, because this is the only space. We don't want to go above that anyway. So we're going to go about right here, which is about 30 inches. That's the space now. Space, height. 30 inches. All right. Now, we got to do the depth from the wall. And there's several different spaces, but I want to start way back there from the center. And I'm so glad these tape measures do this, because you can actually extend them out and click and still extend it. So what I want to do is hit the corner of that wall the best I can and continue to extend. Got about 41 inches. About 41 inches there. I'm going to leave that right there. From center of wall. 41 inches. Now what I want to do, and this is going to be the crazy part, because I really want to anchor this really well, because this TV is not heavy, but it's really wide. So I want to do it from the side to the center. And I want to do it to where the sides match up. So all I really got to do is look at the angle of the corner of this base here. It's already got a base on it. So I'm doing it from the corner of the base, which is 29 inches, okay? From corner of base, 29 inches. And you want to make sure that they didn't mess up when they first put this in by doing it from both sides. Do not ever discount what you're doing. And that's about, yep. Well, this one's a little bit further, so you see what I'm saying? That's 30 inches. So I'll put from, as you look at it, left. And make sure you orient yourself to how you're doing it, okay? Because if you turn this way, that's the right. But say, as you look left. So I'm put as looking left. As looking right. 30 inches. Boom. So now that I got all my measurement, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the hardware store and I'm going to get some recommendations. And when I get those recommendations, I can now fill in the space that I have measured. So you wouldn't go get something that's just going to fit 34 inches. What you're going to do is you're going to measure how much space that's going to take up and subtract. Now it may take some trial and error, so you don't want to get it right flush, but you don't want to make it where there's gaps in between where you're trying to do. So the biggest thing is for me right now is the height. Because I'm probably going to get some 2x4s or 4x4s that are going to fit right here, and I'm going to go all the way to the top there. So I can put this base anywhere I want it. Because this is going to be my side beams, and I can drill those right into the side. Now the parts that are really going to hold the TV, I may get some 2x2s or some 4x2s or something thinner, because I want to make those come like this and then anchor them to the wall. And if I anchor them to the wall, they don't have to be as thick. I'll tell you, this is a thinking process, and it's going to be a trial and error, but the more I try, the more I'll see, and it'll cost me less. Now, I tell you, there are some people that I call for quotes, and this type of work here would cost me anywhere from $500 to $700 just to get old TV mounted. And I can go get some straps of wood for next to nothing, do a little handiwork myself, and I can put that $700 in my pocket. Maybe take Mama out, maybe take Aquanetta for helping me do that desk job and that old wickery basket furniture job. So I think that's what I'll do. So the next time you see me, I'll probably be in my really get giddy up, because this was just a measuring. And as I say, you want to measure twice, cut once. Hell, measure 3-4 times, cut once, and maybe cut again. What you don't want to do is just measure once and have to cut 17 times, because you might as well have to pay that old $700 to someone else, all the wood and hard time and work you done put into it. So let's think to do our home handiwork. Now, as I always say, a house is a house is a house. But making a house a home comes with a little TLC, love and compassion, teamwork, and engineering that culminates you putting your all and making this house something that you can be proud of. I sure am proud of making this house a home for my boss and the CEO of Thou Art LLC, Miss Angel and Mr. Motivation, because they do a lot for the community and they're out there doing that. And they trust me with all their home handiwork, home maintenance, and everything in between. Matter of fact, the other day I checked the tire pressure on Mr. Motivation's car, and I noticed that on the tire it gives you all the information you need. The tire pressure, the year it was made, if it's a run flat, what size, the recommended pressure, PSI. Remember, there's tools out there. All you have to do is look for them to make sure you're doing everything to the standard. Now, you got one of them fancy dandy cards to tell them things, but sometimes those computer sensors may go out, and you need a little old school knowledge to make sure everything's running fine and everything's inflated as it should be. So y'all going to get out of here, come back next week, and you'll see something happening. I mean, it might be my trial and error section, but you're going to see some work being done. So y'all stay tuned, be blessed, and as we always say, go out each and every day and be a blessing. It's been Hank, the Hood Handyman. Y'all get out of here.